Hey everyone, welcome to the session. In this session, we'll be learning how to make professional resume for DevOps engineer and of course cloud architects because we can make similar resumes. And also, not just that, we can. I'll be showing you actually how to make intern resume, how to make freshers resume, and in general any software engineer resumes. And stay tight. In this, in my videos, it's less theory and more practical. Okay, I'll just get started with practical. Let other people join. I know it's dot 7:30 has started, so only 1 or 2 minutes required so that other get notified. One person joined. Hey Sanju, hi. How are you? It's Yogesh. Hey, yes, dot 7:30. You're all right on time. Okay. Okay. So in resume, what matters? Okay, and it depends based on your like which stage you are. First stage is the very fresher stage. Okay, not even fresher, intern stage where you might be studying, and at that time you do internship in different companies. Okay, now there is GSOC, there is other lot of other things going on, right? A lot of companies give internship opportunities directly. Now think where to give how much information that is required. If you do information overload, then people will not see your not 10 people too much, but 2 page 3 page resume interviewer doesn't like to see. Okay, they want dot one like 1 page resume. And just a success story at the beginning of the video. I don't know many people join on here or not, but I help many like people to make their resume. And like we join session, I help them make resume, make the resume. Even sometimes just I didn't have the time, but I direct them to the proper resources, and they make very good resumes, and which actually got selected in Google, in Facebook, like Meta now, in Tesla, and which not. Okay, so the secret behind that, you have to keep your information simple. Be true to what you have or what you are. Don't overload it. Okay, you have to keep the information very concise, and I'll be coming to all that, I know. And I can see this Charan joined. Hey Charan, Khushbu, what is the name? Kushal joined, Anupam joined, Aditi joined, Maheshwar. So everyone joining. It's great. Spinaki has in the RU. Hope you and you're wondering. Yes, she's doing good. Now I'm not in home. I'm in my. You can see my studio. Tomorrow I'll be going to back to my little Angel. So let's see. Like she'll be very excited on that. Okay, but let's focus on today's session. And yes, there will be pressure also. No worries. I just talking about the intern first. But while explaining, I'll be first showing you guys how the experience resume should be made and how we'll made it. Because the question is how. Well, you know how much information to push, but if you too much information push, that will be also bad, right? So yes, first one will be experience. Just I will say 10 minutes. I will not take too much time, but 10 minutes will be experienced. Next 10 minutes it will be more of the intern. Not I will intern. I will say let's say go with the fresher first or second. Okay, fresher, and at the end I will show interns. Okay, and I hope it is fine with other people because see interns should be also looking at how the experience resume look like so that once they get experienced person, they also they have to update the resume, isn't it? So yes, that's how we should go. And it's Rajit saying, good to see you, Lavin. Really excited. Yes, it will be excited session. And again, as I promised, not much theory. Let's jump to the practical. Now, before jumping to the practical, and like what are the tools that you use for the building resume? Okay, first let's start at there are finally someone working on what actually yes, that's required. Like fresher also need things. Otherwise, how like see fresher might have very good skills, but if their resume or the first document this the company see it isn't not that formatted, not that proper, very simple one. People don't like that. People will see you're unprofessional, but you might be not. You might be a very excellent person. You might have all the skill required to get the opportunity, grab the opportunity. But just because you don't have the right resume, you are missing the opportunity. I personally failed that very bad, and I wanted to do this kind of session long time. Fortunately, I got the time and the resources and the idea, everything around that. Okay, and I have the experience, of course, all these years. Okay, so that's time. Yes, now come back to the what are the tools you should be using. So there are two tools that I personally found most useful and is free for you. Yes, you had it free. it's a premium tool that can be free for you for many templates. Okay, and I'll be showing that now. First, I want to show the DevOps resume because yes, first I told about that I will start the DevOps. So let me sharing the screen, and first thing is that I'll show you the DevOps resume, how experienced DevOps professional resume like look like, and which are the tools, of course, which are the tools you're going to use. I'll show that also. Now let's get started, and let me share the screen so you guys can see it. Okay. Okay, I hope you guys can see it. So this is the first template you can say where it's about the, you can see it's a one-page resume about the demo name. It's not that a person actually exists, and this is Nova resume. I'll be coming to what is Nova resume, how to create different profile for different people. That let's very focusedly look at the resume, how it's written, and how you, if you're a experienced DevOps engineer, how you're gonna write it. I thought of showing my resume, but that will have phone numbers, and I don't want to get 13,000 calls. Sorry guys, but that's too much. So I thought, okay, that will be a bad idea. So let's show the demo example they have, which is really great. I mean, see, the first thing you'll see here that what is the name. Okay, so Vanika Johnson. Then just below the name you will see what is the title. Okay, and the title here is they're saying that AWS certified DevOps engineer. Suppose someone doesn't have the certification, simply say you are a senior DevOps engineer or experienced DevOps engineer. Now the tag, the I can say as punchline, the punchline will be your creativity, how you're going to represent it. Just because the resume saying it's a AWS certified DevOps engineer, you doesn't have to. You may be Google certified DevOps engineer, you may be Azure certified expert. So it's up to you guys. Okay, update according to your capability, your thinking, and your imagination is up to you. Then come to the, you can say it's a summary line, and it has to be very small, not too much, not too less, just to express in 3 or 4 line who are you in broader sense. Okay, it's not like you're going deep dive, just saying. So here it is, a DevOps engineer with 5+ experience. Now here you can add 10, you can say whatever your total ID experience you can give it. It's saying DevOps engineer with 5 experience in the sense total experience, entire work experience. Okay, could be 10 years, could be 15 years, could be 4 years, is up to you. Whatever your actual experiences are in total in the practicality. Now let's take example 5 years of experience in supporting and automating critical deployments over big infrastructure, and proficient in Jenkins, AWS code deploy, led a team of 10 at peer computer inc, whatever company you have led, and accelerating the release by the 25%. Now if it's me, say I can write the same thing, but if 10 or 20 people write the same thing, it doesn't sound that great. So let's see how I have like little bit change this line. Okay, for me, so what I do is, and I also says this one, so maintain your entire documentation in something like Gist. Okay, it's a very good tool, to be honest, and I personally love it. It's a kind of tool that I use for a lot of things. So let's say my Gist, and I'm just keeping a text line. I keep a lot of results. Many are like short snippets which are very useful. You can have it. SD03 is my ID. You can get it all. Okay. Now let's look at it. So let me just see this one. Okay, so I have just tweaked a bit. Okay, so for me, it will be senior DevOps engineer with 10+ years of experience in development, deployment, automation of cloud infrastructure using code, proficient in open source DevOps tools like such as Jenkins, Ansible, Terraform, Kubernetes, and proprietary DevOps tools such as AWS and Azure DevOps tools. Worked with and leaded countless remote teams, helped them achieve faster release time and solid cloud infrastructure. So that is my punchline. Again, this summary line or punchline, it's a kind of, you can say, second punchline or summary line, whatever you want to call it. It has to be that kind of impact making. Once you do that, so once you're done, then you can see this part. You can add your, say, email address, your phone number, your location, your LinkedIn, your GitHub, your Stack Overflow if you have any. Okay, I will show how to add that. I will show, no worries. Let me just explain through it. I will not take that much time. Then we'll have work experience. Of course, you have DevOps engineer work experience. So you'll see the company name, where you work, from which date to which date you work, what you did. Again, just the impact that you made in the company, not 1,000 skills you have. No, you have to make sure you only mention of the impact on what you've done and what are the technologies you used, how you used. Okay, and it has to be again very simple. If you don't have the entire reason just to fill all that, just the part you actually need. So that's for the PS computer. Again, DevOps engineer for other company. Again, the timeline you have to give, what you did, you have to mention, and maybe just 2 or 3 experience which are the relevant one. You can highlight. The rest of the things they ask you, you can show. You can have a bigger information page. You can just write them there. You can do all that. But the first two one has to be related to the job that you're applying. If it's not, you have to modify to that particular position. You'd have to do it. Again, that's done. Then at the end, you should maintain the education. Now, I personally suggest someone say that I have 10 companies, say 12 companies. In that case, the resume might go 2 pages. But to be honest, it's not that great thing. To have a resume with 2 pages, recruiter will not able to. They don't have too much time, okay, to go through the 2 pages, 3 pages thing. They want to see just at a glance. And if by the look of it, they feel interested, then they will go through and read it all. But if they see it's over 3 pages, 4 pages, they lost the interest. Even they admit it or don't admit it. I have recruiter friends, I talk with them, and they don't like it. That's the reality. And okay, so and the right side you're mentioning what are the technical skills. So maybe system administration, cloud infrastructure, servers, networking, containerization. If you have storage, you can add the storage part, whatever the skill you have. And you can see it's just the heading. Then you have for system administration, you can have Red Hat, you can say Ubuntu, whatever was all that. In the cloud part, so it has to be the AWS. And if you know Azure or GCP, add all the services you worked here. Okay, that's how you should be doing it. Similarly, server. So what are the, like say, Nginx server, the MySQL server, Apache server, load balancing? What are the critical things you did with those servers? You can mention that. Networking part. So NGOs is the monitoring system, ping, telescope, networks, netstat. All these are the tools that you used for the network debugging and all. You know the better for like what you used. So you should be mentioning all that. Containerization part. It's saying that Swarm, all that is mentioning Docker Swarm, Kubernetes. It doesn't have to like you have to keep the same thing. You can mention whatever thing you work. Maybe it's mentioning ECR, but again, ECR just the repository part. It should be ECA. It should be your Kubernetes. It should be EKS. Or if you're working the Google Cloud Stack, it should be GKE. It should be Google Container, other things. So that should be there. Soft skill is more of a verbal communication, flexibility, friendly attitude, whatever you want to add it, time management, attention to details, you can add it. Now, this URL itself, I will be just posting. Let's say I'll just complete the session and I'll be posting all the links to you guys, and you can refer to that. Okay, so no worries till then. Then we have after the soft skill is done, we are having certificate and courses. Okay, so there you will have whatever certification you have. So if you have like usually I have say the AWS certification, like all the 4 associate certification and the 2 that professional certification, that is DevOps professional certification as well as the solution architect that professional certification. Okay, so I will add all the certification at least till you can manage within one page. Okay, if giving one, say it's filling up, you only have position for maybe say 2 or 3, you have to give the best one. So if say for me the position is filling up, like say only 3 spaces remaining, I'll be giving only, let's say solution architect profession, that one, and the DevOps professional. These 2 certification I should add it. Okay, or maybe if you have say the that Azure DevOps certification, or let's for example the CK exam, CK certification or Docker certification, you should be adding the DevOps related certification if it's a DevOps position you're applying for. Similarly, just thinking since we're talking about the DevOps part, similarly if it says the cloud, so you can say AWS certified cloud architect or cloud engineer, and then similarly all will be the same things, just the skill, even the technical skill will be kind of common. Enter that you are managing the like flow, you are maybe using cloud formation and all that you will be mentioning. Anyway, those you also have to do some cloud formation or say infra as a code at Terraform. You should be mentioning all that in these technical skills. So here you can additionally add after the consideration, say DevOps tools, and you can mention Ansible, Terraform, all other tools that you've used. You can do that. Okay, so this is how a resume should be made. Now, how you're going to build the resume? I say 2 ways. This is one way. First, let me show you the one way, and then I will show you the second way. Let me just make the switch, and let me see if you have any questions. Mask here, no show visible, blur skin, Can't catch. You need to tag this resume in the video, please. Is it visible? Mm, mask your no show in your resume. Okay, so you're not okay. Okay, video is not visible. Blur skin, can't watch. Okay, let me see. Is it not visible? I think it's visible. In that case, I can hide myself while explaining. Not a issue. Okay, anyway, I will share the link. So, guys, don't worry. Okay, I will just share the link. Okay, sometime you know what happens, that the internet speed fluctuates. So don't worry on that. I'll be giving the links and all. So no worries. Don't hide. You are seeing you beside. Okay. Sorry. Uh, okay, so for some it was visible, some was not visible. So it's fine. Okay. Anyway, you're getting the idea what I'm trying to explain. That's what mattered the most. Okay. Now I think I can show you guys the okay, I can show you guys how to make the resume. Okay, that's the important part. So these all these resumes, there are multiple ways to make the resume. Okay, and there are a lot of templates. And what I'm going to show you the Nova resume. And I actually have tried multiple resume builders. To be honest, maybe 20 kind of resume builders, and I found only two excellent one. Other things I didn't like, to be honest. Okay, so this is the first one. That is Nova resume. So what you have to do, go to the Nova resume site. I will show how. Simply go there, and it will be like that. Then you just like say you will have that you have to create the template. So my documents, and then you will have option to create a resume or CV. It's saying for 5+ years, but believe me, guys, resume is enough. Okay, and then you will have option to select the what should be. Let me see if you guys can see it. Yes, you guys can see it. Okay, after that you have the option to select what should be the template. Now this is very important. Okay, important that if you don't want to pay money, it has to be one page, and you can actually do one page. There should be no excuse. Just limit the information that you're supplying. But it's you really want to have a two-page, you have to get a premium one. Okay, and very not that costly. For 3 months, I think within 1,000 rupees for one time or click, you're making the resume is okay. But let's say I'm saying let's use for free, keep it one page. So you will see a lot of resume sample, and so say minimalist, traditional, creative, modern, hybrid, basic, general, executive, IT, simple, functional, tech. It's professional, combined, skill based, and college. Okay, so you understand the college part. It's more of the intern part. Okay, I will be coming there. No worries. But let's focus on the DevOps resume. And if I'm going to make a DevOps resume, see this example. This is the combined example. Okay, if you see that combined example, and if you click here, so these are the things. So this is a DevOps resume. They're pre-built. Okay, you can follow how they made it, and you can customize. Like, click on the customize, and it will redirect you, and you can just fill up the information. And the important part here, this professional title, say I can give AWS certified DevOps engineer. Okay, and say you can add the additional like what are the other fields here. No worries. What is the shortcut? You can go here, click on the layout. There is an option called layout. Okay, layout, and there if you click, you will get a predefined and custom. So you can click on the predefined, and this is, so if you just click on that, just mouse over it, or maybe whatever. See what you want to show first, either the work certification education, work volunteer awards, and work achievements and all. I personally suggest the very first one. This is accurate what actually you need. Say I don't need to show the volunteer one. You actually don't need organization, you don't need award. If you have, keep it. I don't have any awards, I'm removing it. Languages, you can add it, but I personally don't want to add the languages. Anyway, English, that's fine. Interest, you can add it or cannot add it. Okay, these are the things you can add it. So this is way, like these are the basic one. Okay, now again, this is for the professional experienced people. Now suppose you want to do it for the less experienced person, not say the intern or student, how to change the layout. That's important. I told you I'll be talking about the 10 minutes for the experienced people, and here you can write the pitch line, and I have that. Say this is the pitch line that I have had. Okay, so I will simply come here in the resume builder. Where it go? Okay, let's find out. Okay, this is the one, and I'll just come here and just paste it. Okay, so this is how it looks. Let's see the impact is making. Sandeep Das, AWS certified. I can even add this line to look it more cooler. Okay, so professional is the professional that engineer, and I even can decrease the size font. See, smaller one. I can even make it more smaller. So there's the settings available, and I can make it smaller. You can just go on and writing it. Keep see if you click here, just simply click in this position. They will ask about what is the title. So it says DevOps, senior DevOps engineer. I will add it, senior DevOps engineer. Okay, and workplace company. So I will add my current workplace, say Griffin Online, okay, Safety Inc. Okay, and I will add the year I've joined there. Let's say 04 2016, and still present. Okay, and then city. I will add my current city, Kolkata, India. Always mention the city. That's very useful. Okay, because sometimes they may ask you which city you are. Like say, yes, look at my resume. Okay, so and in the description, company have say smart router, parental, like say make Griffin making online experience enjoyable. Just our company tagline. Okay, and then I would say any information that you find in your website that you might find very impactable, just copy paste it. That's everyone do. After that, your accomplishment and responsibility task. Say I have deployed, like don't mention I have or we have, kind of that. So deployed entire cloud infra. So just when you do it, you will have a lot of time. I don't have much. So deployed, you can say, or managing entire cloud infra, developed high performance cloud application. Whatever you did, add it. Okay, so add it like this. And if you have any like contact person or contact info, like as a reference, you can add it, but usually don't want to do it because the company you're living with, that company, how like some good companies are there who will praise, like some recruiter call and they will praise, okay, this was good, but in normal cases they might not. So do it in your own risk. Okay, I never suggest that one, but again, if you want to do it, you do it in your own risk. Now the certification part, you add your certification. So I, let's say I forget the certification and all that. Make sure that whatever you're mentioning in the LinkedIn or whatever mentioning in the, say, your website, for example, if I go to my website, I have a certificate section. There I'm maintaining the date here. Okay, I can see the date January 23. So I will go to the, say, AWS. Again, the name has to match. Certified DevOps Engineer, DevOps. Okay, exact word should be matched. Okay, I'm telling you every time because sometimes people might find it's not professional if it's something spelling mistake or not. In the resume, you should never have a spelling mistake. That's disastrous sometimes. Okay, now you can see the January, Jan 23, 21. So Jan, say it's 01 2021 to present. So whatever till valid certification, you can add it. If any description, then you can go to the AWS official site for the description about this particular certification, and you can have it. Maybe you can give the links also, so the recruiter go to the link, he can or she can read further. That's done. Similarly, add all the certification. You can see the plus option. You can keep adding things. You already understand now. Similarly, the education. So mention what are the program you did. If you're even studying something, so simply click on the present. So they will think it's studying. If you are done with the studies, simply like give the date. So if you click, say, Master of Computer Application. Okay. Then we say I'm giving GNU. Then I'm giving, say, 2021 to, sorry, it was 06 2021 to 06 2020 20 14. So 3 year I did. So that's it. You've added. Now, if you are still doing, okay, just give present. If you don't, just simply that, and that's it. So you will have a certification, you will have your experience there. Now you can add the skills and supportive causes. Now, see, you want to, instead of supportive cause, you want to add your technical skills or something. Technical skills. Okay, you can keep writing the things whatever you want. Let's say these skills like skill, then particular skills details and all. You can see, it's up to your imagination, I'm telling you. But the best way, I will be saying that, see this particular format, and you can adjust the resume for that. Just go to layout, and there you can customize. Okay, you can select what you did, and you can customize between that. Even if you want more customization, you can click here and you can mention the customization. So you can do that. Now the main part that I told you, that I'm doing for the 5 years experience. Let's say you want to keep the same formatting, okay, but you want to do it for the student, okay, just starting out. Internship, for the internship you want it, right? Or maybe the graduates, again, so some experience you have. In that case, if you're just starting, no or zero experience, select this one. So then what will be the format? First mention the education, then if any work you did, like of course you should at least show some project and all that kind of experience. So yeah, skill, projects, organization, certificates, languages, interest. There is another template: education, work, organization. So just same information, different formatting. And I will suggest go for this kind of formatting, that will stand out. Okay. And if you click on this particular thing, you can see it's like you have to supply all the links, right? Your Twitter, not Instagram, sorry, Instagram is a bad idea. Twitter you can give the LinkedIn, you can give the GitHub, you can, let me show you, that will be better. Website, Twitter, Skype, if you want, yes, if you want to have a Skype interview, then you can give the Skype ID. LinkedIn, Coda I will not suggest, Facebook I will not suggest, GitHub is okay, Stack Overflow fine, Medium, if you write articles, very good articles, why not? Give that. So this is how you should be writing it. Okay. Now this is kind of from the zero you have to make it, right? Now I'm coming to the second part. So I told you, right? I found two resume builders very, very, very good. Okay. So this is the first one, that is a Nova resume. And before going to there, let me see if anyone have any question or not. And okay, sir, any courses that are okay? Those features, can you explain? I will explain, sir. No worries. I will come there also. And I can see, okay, okay. Let me just go through the Canva one. The second I'm going to show. After that, I'll be coming back, like from where you can find that resume for fresher, resume for other people. I'll be coming to everywhere. Just few minutes, okay? Let me just hide it, and I hope you guys can see and hear it, because while explaining, I can check, but I don't want to check. Otherwise, it will break the flow. Okay. Career, please share resume related to career migration. See, career migration, even production support, anything you can add in your experience. And what you have to do is you have to show some example, like you did some this kind of deployment here. Maybe you did for small client, side client, freelancing. You can show anything. I'll be coming to that as well. So no worries. Okay. Now I have shown you the first example using Nova Resume, how to build the resume, which you already saw at the moment. The second part is using Canva. I mean, yes, the Canva which you use for your graphic designing. Why not that using, like, yes, one question is that asked by the it's saying that, is it paid? Nova Resume for single page, it's free. Okay, I'm telling you it's free. I see that Abhay asking that something Nova Resume a little bit costly. I recommend Kick Resume. I tried that, but I didn't find it that comfortable. But I will see again. Nova Resume first example, like first page resume, Nova Resume is free. That's why I'm recommending it. So you try it out. Even the 1 month is 600 rupees. Just one time you use, you make so many example, and you just use anyone that you like. Okay. The second part I'm going to commit now is the Canva. Let me show the Canva again. I will be accepting. I see a lot of questions now. I think this is the first session where I have this many questions. So I'll be coming there. No worries. Let me quickly show the Canva. Just few minutes, okay? Canva, okay. And why I'm actually showing you guys Canva, because the collection I found in Canva, I found it much more attractive. So let me show you. So this is Canva, okay? Now you know how the DevOps resume you should write. You've got an idea, and then similar to DevOps, you can write the cloud, okay? Just change the certification mode of specific to cloud, and it's more of very similar. I mean, you will see the resume for the cloud and DevOps engineer. DevOps engineer focus on the DevOps tools and all, and cloud engineer focus on the cloud tools. Okay, so just that change, and some wording change. It's not that big change, but I will come there, and no worries on that. Now, this is the Canva homepage. You can see the Canva, and in Canva, most of the resume that I'm going to show you is completely free. Yes, completely free. And the resume if you're going to generate from the Canva, it's your beyond imagination. Why I'm telling it? Because the thing is, the resume builder Nova resume had the limitation. It's not that it's good. It's very creative, but it's still limiting. It's just not also not simple, but it's giving you the limited number of set of tools that you can utilize. But in Canva, you can add whatever you want. I'll be coming there. Why? But how to search for a resume? Okay, let's say I'm going to search for a software engineer, just for example, because there you just put your own, just copy paste the, if you have any old resume, just copy paste the text, or just the resume if you build using the Innova resume, and you can copy paste them all from there also. So search by the, say, experience, or says senior software engineer resume. Okay, just that. You can simply search by the resume also, no worries. But okay, that's fine. Now, see, these are the resume available, and you can see most of our resumes are free. If you go down and down, you can see most of the resumes are completely free of cost, and you can generate a resume from there. Even the best part is in the, say, in the Nova resume also, you can generate the cover letter. But here, the you can just, for the example, I'll show. Let's see. So this is one resume example, and see, the part I'm saying that is more flexible. I can like move anything anywhere. Okay, that's one of the thing I like. You can, again, these are all very dynamic. You can add anything. You can edit the text here, say your address, your email ID. And one, while I'm talking about all that, I will say, I'll not say, I will suggest you guys have your own domain. It's look so much professional when you have your own domain. Like I have my Sandeep at the rate of sorry, Sandeep, this contact at the rate of sandeepdas.in. Similarly, yes, you can have a your own private one Gmail, but while applying for any position, if you have a very customized email, that makes an additional impact on the recruiters. That's what I'm telling you, okay? Because I know what happens. I'm telling and sharing the experience. Now, again, come back. So yeah, here it's saying the skill summary. You can have your project management software. It's just levels. You can just simply add that one. Just copy paste. So if you want to add more that white dots, you can add copy paste. Yes, and so budgeting and cost analysis, enterprise resume planning, resource planning, the stuff and all, awards, if any. If you like don't want to add the awards, you can replace the award with, say, certification. Okay, and then you can just simply add the certification text. That's easy. Okay, educational history, say, personal profile, that tagline you generate, I show you how to generate from the Innova resume. You can copy paste the same thing here. Okay, similarly, work experience, you just simple template, just give the title, then give the timings, okay, from which date to which date. Now here it's not asking, not validating like Nova resume, but again, it's a free form. You can put anything that you like. Okay, that's no limitation kind of thing. Let's see. You're getting a ready-made template free. You're just making minor changes. That's better from starting from zero in many cases. You are urgent need of resume. Then this might be really great. Now let's go back, and again, just let me look for other resume. So let's say a lot of resume you can see here. Now let me show you a very good resume. This one. See, software engineer. Here you're just giving a new image, your name, awards, experience, skills. You can see, and then you're giving about me, education, career summary. I will say, just education part. You can come like make it in the downside. Like say, I want to change it. Okay, say I can just like do that. Okay, then I'm just making it up, and let's say you can do this way. Let's make it smaller. Okay, that's easier to handle. And where it is. Okay. So this is I just made it smaller, and I can group it together. Okay. And similarly, I can make it smaller, and I can group it together, and then it's easy to make switch, and then make it in the upside, and just again make it bigger. Similarly, let's make it bigger. See, this is how easily I can manipulate the things here. I made simply this way. I made career summary up and education down. So yeah, if you see, if you any tools you're gonna use, you have to get used to it. And one more thing, always remember that in the email part, mention your email. See, it's giving the like personal that domain kind of email, and give the phone number. Address part you can give, cannot give, but it suggests you to give the address. Say I want to add the LinkedIn here, but it's not there. What I'm saying is very flexible in the sense I can simply remove this, like move there, and I can search in the elements for LinkedIn, and I will have a lot of LinkedIn logo. Let's say I want to have this round one, so I can take it, let's say LinkedIn, and I can just move it like this, and I can say I'm just moving it to further. And suppose I want to give my link, so I'm going to the LinkedIn, my LinkedIn page, and this is my public profile. Oh, when I'm live, I can see myself. Good. I didn't know this feature. This is really great. Now this that's new to me, to be honest. Okay, let's come back to our topic, and see there's a link. You can add the link here. And suppose when you are giving to the recruiter, just click on the download, and there in the PNG there is PDF, and there is a lot of things. Go for the PDF standard, okay, or PDF print. I will just go for the PDF standard. That's more than enough, to be honest. Click on the download, and when the download happens, just give it few seconds. So I'm saving to desktop, and let's click on it and see your resume is ready. Wow! And suppose you're clicking on this, is going to the my LinkedIn page. So that's how easy it is to make a resume via the this uh, this Canva, and you can generate this, that resume very quickly. Now I'm showing to you, like till now I'm showing you the experienced people. Let's for the interns. I told you I'll be giving information, more information I'm going to give you. Just stay on, okay? It's only I think 30 minutes, and more of the things I wanted to cover is kind of the basic things I covered. I'll be explaining more and more and more how and what to put. So don't worry. Say interns resume, and let's see if that is music teachers intern. I saw intern resume, so no worries on that. Okay, let's say fresher, because freshers resume. Yes, this one is a fresher resume. And see, more of the fresher resume we can utilize also the, as a kind of intern resume as well. Okay, here you can see it's a very simple one, giving the name, professional summary, whatever you did as a student. Like say, you can add that. Give Don't give the full address, just give the your say city and country. That's it. Education part you have to just make it a little bit bigger. Like it has to be highlighted. Okay, then like relevant experience, it should be your schooling experience, because you're applying for the uh, freshers job, isn't it? You don't have the experience in general. Okay, so it's a native experience, and if you have any prior internship, you can add it in the, even if you're applying for the new internship, you should add your prior internships. That will add a more value in your resume. Okay, and that's it. Then you have the skills. So any project, if you did any skills that you have, you can elaborate here, and you have to elaborate a lot for that, because you don't have the experience to show. So you have to highlight more of the skills, so that the recruiter will hire you for the position of any intern or any fresher. That you have to make sure. Now let me show you other things, and I think there should be another one. I think this one. Yes, this one also fresher resume. Okay, it should be not like that. It should put together. Minor adjustment you have to make when making the resume, so don't worry. Yes, I'm in the right page. Okay, so professional summary, education, relevant experience, skills. Again, it's a one resume page. You can see I personally really prefer make it one resume, and it's possible. It's quite possible. See, they have made it a lot of information in single page. It's quite possible, and it looks more professional. Okay, so you should be going for that one. Now there is some, if you're applying for a company that have a ATS kind of automatic, approval and responses kind of thing, then I will say go for the Nova resume. But if you are going in person, or you're going to a company that doesn't have this kind of ATS, they personally see the resume, then you can generate from the Canva. And as I told, resumes are like lot of like most of the resumes are free in the Canva, and many people even don't know that there is resume available in the Canva. So yes, it is available. And not just that, you have the cover letter also. So you can write a cover, you can see what the text are very professionally written, so you can reuse the text from this cover letter as well. Sometime you might say you're sending an email, right? So in the email you have to mention some text, like what is you want to, your thought you have to convey in that particular email. And that you can do, just copy paste the text, modify a bit based on your experience, your own creativity is one of the most important thing to get first job. Okay, it's not that easy to get first job, so you have to use your skills, your creativity and whatnot to get the first job. But after the first job happen, 1 or 2 year, people, a recruiter actually call you, or you get more opportunity in general. Okay, the first one getting is the tutor. I even given 100 plus interviews, then I only got in one job. So I understand what is the situation at that time. And situation doesn't change because more people and like getting like not certified, I will say, getting passed out and all. So there are more resources, sometimes less demand, and you know what happens. So always make sure that you are ahead of the competition, using whatever method possible, apply that. Yes, so this is one of the example. Similarly, you can look for the different resumes in Canva. Let's say I'm looking for engineer resume, just engineer resume, just for example. You can find a lot of templates. I'm telling you, lot of templates, well written template available, very professional. You can even see here. So robotics engineer, you have it here. There will be data engineer, this engineer, that, a lot of engineering professional, you have it. Just go there, look at the format and adjust to your profile. That's all you have to do. And it's quite easy. It's just go ahead and make changes. Okay, you'll find a lot of what I will see. This is free. There are a lot of free available. Okay, this is free. This is also very good one, free. So a lot of free are available. You can just go and apply that. Even their cost is not too much. I'm saying I'm showing you these two tools because all tools, whoever made it, want to make money out of that, right? But the companies like Canva and the Nova is the first company. Of course, they have very good tools and resources, and they're giving a lot for free. Nova is actually allowing you to have other than the professional ones, the paid premium ones, the normal resume also more than enough for you. Okay, so I will say these two are the my best of like the tools I have. And it's a question about your career, so you have to give some value. Like you're thinking like I'm going to get everything for free, that might be not a kind word to say, because the people who made it for you, of course, thinking about us, right? And if you can get it free anywhere, of course do from that. But if you are finding this resume builder is better and this have more features, more flexibility and giving more better, can generate better template from that, I will say even if it's say 1,000 rupees you have to spend for 1 month or 2 months, I say that acceptable, even if you're a fresher student, because now the Uber takes 500 300 just for the traveling these days. So that's what I'm saying. Now these are the these are the resumes I've shown. For the freshers, we have to make sure that I'll just come to the question now. I've shown the basic how to generate the resumes. So for the freshers, you have to focus on your okay. For the freshers, you have to focus on the educations, any internship that you have, any project that you build, all that you have to mention in the resume. You already know from where to build the resume. For the say your intern, you're like a college student or a university student, you are looking for the say internship, then you have to go to the like any company and try to do it in person. Now I know because of the corona and all situation, you might not have all this. I know problem is that you cannot go in person for the, like, you have to send the resume with the cover letter. For that you have Canva. Again, from the Nova Resume, let me just share. Nova Resume also have the cover letter. So let me show you how to use that one very quickly. Browser and Nova Resume also. Let's go to Nova Resume and go to My Documents. You can write your cover letter. Yes, cover letter, and just click on cover letter. You can have your all templates. Again, lot of templates, and these are all free. So there is, if there is any premium word, that only is premium. Otherwise, is free. So choose any cover letter and just write it. Again, just for the knowing that what should you write, just click on the plus icon, and there you have your text. So based on your like what stage you are, you have lot of say college student. For this college student is this. So again, let's click on the plus icon, and you can see the college student how they're writing, and these are the written by the very professional people. So yes, you can utilize all that. Make sure you make the text changes too, so that it can fit your profile. If you just blindly copy paste, that's not the right thing. Not just might be, that's not the right thing. You have to make sure you copy the things that actually you have, and those things. Okay, so that's what I want to show, that you can generate from here also, and from the here also in the Canva also you can generate it. Let's see that if they have just the cover letter. And I know the cover letter, if you look for resume, you have it. Cover letter templates. And yes, you have all the cover letters as well. Okay, so yes, you can utilize that. Just for example, this one. Okay, so now you understand how to utilize this one also. Now it's time to see the question and answer them. I know a lot of questions there, and you guys have lot of questions you have added. Let me go very top. Okay, what is that? Is Tanma is saying. Okay, so first is Tanmay Singh. So Tanmay saying that I have 3.5x with the production support, where we monitor, do deployment, but not much have working on DevOps tool. Learning Azure DevOps tool from Udemy. Resume making will help. Yes, resume you have to say aspiring DevOps engineer. So it's a, of course you can say, like, you are applying for DevOps engineer position. You cannot add a support engineer in the top. So yes, you have to add a DevOps engineer. What you can tell, or you can portray, that I want to become a DevOps engineer. I have some knowledge, I have some skills. It's just that opportunity I'm waiting for. So that part you have to mention in the resume, like aspiring DevOps engineer. Then give your like small details, like I've shown you, right? That one. So this is how you should be giving it. Okay. Now the next question is, I still haven't understood, unlike devs, how does one show projects in infra side like Linux cloud container? Yes. And that's actually a very good question. I wonder, why other people didn't ask this question. Because a web developer can show his sites. Say, even other people, whoever doing web development, if something's showable, they can show. But if it's Linux, if it's cloud, container, Kubernetes, uh, container Kubernetes is fine. You can just show that I did this project. Okay, you can give the URL or that one. But it's very very hard for a Linux or container kind of like part. How you will show. Even DevOps engineer, you can say I work in this site, I work production over this one. That for it's very hard. It's very hard. If it's not showable, it's very hard to show some proof. Then how to do it? See, in those cases, like for the DevOps engineer itself also, like we cannot sometimes even add the site. Sometimes what happens, we have wide level agreement signed up as a freelancer. Sometimes I very many times I've signed the wide level for higher money that I cannot explain, or like must take talk about the project I did. Okay, so those cases, just mention that you had some experience, what other tool technologies used. Project section maybe not for you. Sometime if you have any personal projects, yes, you can add it. When you go to the recruit, like when the recruiter call you're having session, there you can mention all that, like I do. If it's required to mention, I do. If it's very like again white level, I just don't say the name, but I did say that I did this kind of project. Just kind of, I use word, explain what I did, how I did it. That's how it, like architecture wise, not the code, anything. No, I don't show the codes. Just the architecture level I explain. And since there are tech recruiter, most of the time is very senior engineers take the interviews. uh, it's very easy for them. For the amateur recruiters, if they try to be over smart, you have to be very responsive to that. You have to ask the reverse question, because they should not be acting as over smart people if they don't have the idea. Because in Bengali we call it alpo with the good. That means if it's smaller knowledge, that dangerous. So you have to be also responsive that way. So that's one thing you have to understand there. So yeah, just mention all the certification that you did. Mention what are the just overview, what are kind of projects you did, not the site, just project name, and what are the technologies you have utilized. Mention that way. Yes, I mean I forgot to mention. Yes, you can do that way. I've seen a lot of people, a lot of users did it. Just the project name and what are the technology used, what are the responsibilities. That's it. You can do manage that way. So say that good to see you live. Thank you again. I see hello there. And if anyone says hello to everyone, people say hello. Personal showing will be problem at this moment. Uh, then saying okay, very good question from Zoe. That Sandeep, I'm a DBA but want to go to DevOps. How to approach this resume? Just like the previous one, where I've explained that you have to add a aspiring DevOps, because if you're applying using a DevOps resume, the thing is that you cannot add the DevOps experiences in the work history. So what you have to do, you have to add a aspiring DevOps engineer. You're trying for a say mid-level, or it is before mid-level kind of position, where your skills might be useful to them, and you may be a resource cheaper to other experienced resources. In that case only they will hire you. Otherwise, why they will hire a person without experience for the experienced position? No, they will not. They will see the possibility in you, see the zeal or enthusiasm in you. If they find it is a very good person, we can train this person, we can work with the person, then only you get the opportunity. And that's the important part here. So what you have to do, you have to add first, and very very important part, you have to show the credentials. What are your credentials? CK, like if your goal is the DevOps part, the CK, CKD, Docker SSH certification, the DevOps Professional, AWS, Azure Expert certifications, Google's DevOps certification, those are the things you have to add in your resume. That makes your profile very, very worthy profile, even if you are from a say DBA or support, wherever the hell you are. You can make the switch that way. If you have the credential, people see that your profile have value, you will get the opportunity, and no one can block you. I've seen a lot of people, like even I help a lot of people transition from the say like no job to some DevOps profile, having some experience say in software development to it's easy for the software development and system administrator to move to the DevOps engineer position is very easy. The problem part is the support part, the test QA, and the DBA. Those position, the recruiter sometimes consider if they see the credential. If they do not see the credential, it's even very hard for me to like approach and make a person ready for the DevOps position. So whoever come to me says, Sandeep, I want to make a career switch, please write a guideline for me, please access my resume, say what are the changes. I see the resume, I say what is the credential? Why, as a recruiter, even I will not hire you? How you expect the real recruiter to hire you? So yes, do make the necessary changes. Do make sure that you have the credentials there. Add certification. That's how you can add it, because you cannot work on real projects. So you have to show add some projects like CI/CD. Push that code. If you're in the AWS, you're whatever AWS DevOps engineer position applying, or that's your stack you're following, then show the code commit, code build, all the flow in some architecture wise in diagram. Post it on the say GitHub profile, not profile, the GitHub repo, and in the GitHub repo itself have the that code build, code spec file, so that recruiter understand, okay, you did something that valuable. They can see, okay, you are doing, you might not have a real project experience, but the demo you have applied your skills. Those are the things required. Okay, you understand that part. And Gabriel saying, please do more live sessions. Yeah, I do I try to do at least every Saturday, to be honest, even with a lot of things now. Many guys already know that a lot of responsibility added, and sometimes not possible to do this kind of live session from my wife's place. I know they're not that good internet, but yeah, I try to do from there also. Yes, any fresher, you guys having any question, don't hesitate to ask. I will definitely answer. I'm here for more than 1 hour. Okay, it's like it's just now 8:30. Will have another one more. I can give 1 hour more. If you have any queries, do ask them. I will answer. Okay, I will not like stop the session and go. No, not like that. If you have queries, I will answer no matter what. Simply ask that. Okay. Okay. Is personal portfolio website important? If you have it, add it. If you don't have it, don't add it. But if you can add it, it will add more credential to your profile. The more info, the more thing you can show off in your resume within a limited capacity. Of course, it's one page resume I'm recommending. So yes, then of course it's good for your credentials. Okay. Uh, it's Chirag. Hey Chirag. Sorry man, I thought maybe 30 minutes was wrap up, but I understand okay, it's not possible. But again, your recorded video on those cloud certification, I will definitely see after the session done. And anyone having any you want to get certified, like I was talking about the certification a lot, right? Chirag doing awesome job in certification core content making. To follow his channel, okay. Okay, I have DevOps knowledge. I'm very confused how to put because I had on only DB migration. See, check the sample resume. Now I will post all the sample resume. Like let me make one. Just okay. I will just in the video description itself. I will add all the links. Okay, you don't have to look here and there. I will add it all. Canva part, you have to go actually to Canva side. You have to do login and then search by the resume. Say developer resume, solution architect resume. Then you can search it and you'll get it. Okay, it's not that tough. Please, how to resume if you want someone to switch their career. Yeah, so just like I told you, you have to add more credentials, like certification and all. Of course, mention your existing experience in the heading title. Mention aspiring DevOps engineer. That's gonna make a difference. Okay. Career migration resume building issue. Again, I just told you the career migration. I'm telling you, I know. I think many have the question like the migration part of it from the DBA, from the support staff and all. That's that you guys have a bigger concern. I understand. But the thing is that you have to have the credential certification, the renowned certification, not just any certification. Renowned one, AWS as well as GCP. Uh, Terraform, Ansible, yes, RCHE, that Red Hat certification. Those are the certification gonna add value to your profile. So you have to do it. No other like if you're doing migration, it's kind of must for you guys. Okay. Uh, can we get some sample resume for experience? Yes, I'll be posting the link where you'll find the experience and a lot of more example also. I will just give the link. Okay, no worries. Just after end of the session, I will simply post in the comment in the first comment as well as it'll be pinned comment so you can come and check. Also in the description also I'll mention. Okay, no worries. Okay, I have almost 4 year experience. Dhruva saying that I have 4 experience and working with WebLogic administrator, but want to switch to DevOps profile. How should I update the resume to make the relevant? Again, add the relevance in the skill set. Just I told you, having the certification, aspiring engineer part in the punchline. Okay, if you are following the video from the beginning, let me just share the screen anyway because I think that will be easier to explain. Is that okay? So here you see the punchline part. Here you have to add aspiring DevOps engineer. If you're certified, even better, aspiring AWS certified DevOps engineer. That sounds great, right? That's how you should be adding. If you are like, if you have credential, you have bigger chances to get a job. In the work experience, of course, mention your existing work experience. In the technical skills, you have to tweak a bit. Technical experience, say that you have DevOps tool knowledge and all that. Those you have to modify in this particular section. In this technical skills section, you have to mention that. Soft skill will be like common anyway. Certification course, you have to add the DevOps certification or system administrator certification, Linux certification. Those will add the value if your target is a DevOps. Even for the cloud resume also, those certification will be very helpful. Okay. Now let me go back to my screen where you will see only me. Okay, so hello Sandeep. Hey, Nikhil. Uh, it's Amar saying that I'm fresh in the field and I want to start my DevOps career. Yes, for aspiring DevOps engineers, like aspiring this is a fresher DevOps engineer. I already showed a lot of samples. What you have to do, you don't have work experience, so you have to replace that with your education experience. And if any internship, you can add the internship in the first. Based on the position you are, you have to tweak a bit, okay? And you already show you how to tweak a bit. Anyway, using Nova Resume as well as in the Canva, you can find a sample and you can generate for yourself. That's not a big thing. Big thing is that how we're going to wording it. Follow the sample resumes they have. That will be more than enough for you guys. Okay, just follow that. What you to do? Focus on the making sure while you're adding the educational, try to add other activities also. Like you help other people having project done in there. Like they want to see you're a team player when they are letting you join a company. If you're not a team player, there will be no question. So that part you have to portray in your resume. If you're a fresher or a intern, you have to show that I am a team material. Then only you'll get a chance. You just wording a bit in the Google, you'll find the very many examples like I've shown you, right? No resume. That's not a problem. But when they're asking question later than what you did, you have to be very straight and say what you did, like maybe helping this. So one part of you have a sample project in a group project, you work on it. So I did authentication part, or I did the web development API part. You have to say all that, right? You have to mention that in the resume also. That will help you getting a job. For the DevOps part, particularly, I will say add the Ansible, Terraform, all this skill set, you will get the job very easily. Not very easily, but at least you will get chance on other people. Okay, if you have this skill set. Can you tag that is in the video? Midul, no worries. In the first comment and the description, I will add the links. No worries. Okay. Yes, I will add it, Ankit. No worries. It's saying that is it okay to make resume from website or from form latest is good idea. I would say make from the Nova resume and from the any from the Canva. A lot of free. I'm saying the reason there are a lot of free templates available. It's zero cost because the first resume I have generated like is there was no cost at all. One page resume, free example. I applied a lot of company. I got jobs. Man, what do you want more? So no worries on that. Okay. I will share the template. Don't worry. Yes, I'll do. Even see, I mentioned in the comments as well, but no worries. I'll mention the description. No. Okay. It's Ankit saying thank you, sir, for everything fine. Please don't hide as a mother. Yes, हमको भी मजा आता है चलो सबको बात करने में शेयर करने में should resume so I will do at the end please show how one can build resume if you want to change the domain. Yeah, just that's it. As I told that you have to just like a normal usual how you add the experiences. Add that in the top. I have shown you already. I mean, you already seen it. Just mention the aspiring DevOps engineer, certified, even better, aspiring certified DevOps engineer. Then which from which certified is it Azure certified or it was certified. Add that in the punchline. You mention the experience and say you have a zeal to do something with the DevOps. So that will be helpful. Okay, that's to do it in the skill set and the DevOps related tools Ansible. Again, I'm saying repeatedly, these are the tools that is in demand. Okay, Jenkins is still in demand. People might say it's old technology, still in demand. A lot of people using it. Ansible is very good in demand. I've seen a lot of people just giving Ansible low developer position, which is kind of DevOps position. Then you have the that Terraform, you have the CDK, you have the like, and there is another thing that Pulumi also growing up. I've seen a lot of very high pay opportunity in Pulumi. Again, it might not be the freshers, but if you're experienced engineer, so you know programming language, say Python, JavaScript, or Go, then you should be learning the Pulumi. I'm saying repeatedly because there may be something new come after 5 years, but till 5 years, it might be the peak technology or the hyper technology. Okay, and of course the cloud, either AWS, Azure, or GCP. Personally, my suggestion, not just because I'm an AWS hero, but in general, AWS is very easy to start with, and they have more tools. So maybe AWS will be very good to start with, and then if you have a requirement with say Azure, or GCP, who is like holding you back? Go and explore, and add that like you're doing working that add that in your resume. That's what makes sense. Okay, so do that. That will be good. Any courses you that have good content about DevOps and DevSecOps? There are a lot of courses in Udemy. Usually, the rule I follow, I go to incognito mode in Udemy, and of course, you know what happens in incognito mode. Huh? You know that. So I was saying that what happens, and then I see what is the good course. Of course, not costly anyway. So good course with 90% discount and kind of that. And I see the number of reviews, number of people enrolled. The reviews I read very carefully, that I do, and then I go through the course, and that's usually work out for me. Okay, so that's how you can also learn. So, so I'm saying that as in the from Oracle GP, I've experienced the TV, and so yeah, I've already covered that point. So, uh, is it good that add challenges yourself? Yes. If you are fresher or if you are the intern, for you guys, you can add the challenges resolve. Okay. For experience, you should show the project. If not possible, then the experience part you have to add the kind of details. Okay. Someday, what if even you're working for say company, then also you might not openly say about the project. I cannot, to be honest. Since not just because why I do, many companies hire me, Sandeep, don't say about the project because it is internal project or it's about the white level. So if you tell, it will be problem because they're taking money from the client saying they're developing, but they're giving to me and I'm helping them out, or maybe as a lead, or maybe as a lead engineer, say, or maybe the programmer, sole programmer, or maybe team member. So, but I cannot take the ownership of the project because it's wide level. Okay, so don't mention a wide level project your name, that might create issue for you as well as the company that gave you money. Like I got a lot of money from the companies which give me the opportunities, so should not betray. Okay. uh, then as the fresher and the resume, can you review? It might not be possible because the volume that the message I get, and of course this many questions to cover. But what you should do, I will in the description as well as in the comment also, I'll mention some example resume for the fresher. You can compare to that. Okay. Make sure the formatting is very attractive. The more attractive is the file, that I mean, the resume, the more higher chances recruiter will see. Of course, simplicity you have to maintain. Those kind of things you can do maintain via this kind of resume makers. Okay. So it's saying Ashutosh, I have experience on mechanical in production domain, but presently switched to DevOps and cloud domain. Mentoring the previous experience will be adding addict, addictive to my resume or not? Yes, if you have any experience, add it. Just like I told you, add experiences. Don't go 2 pages, keep in 1 page. Okay, that is I tell my every mentee as well as all the followers I'm saying. Only mention, like, try 99% chance, make it 1 page. If not possible, yes, you have to go 2 page, but keep it 1 page. Yes, now you can add your experiences. Yes, you can do it, but if you have the relevant experience, make that as a preference. Then you mention all your past experiences. Okay. The career migration that I already did. I mean, I already told how to do it. If you guys want, so yeah, if like Dhruv, you just send me your existing resume. Just one example, I will convert. So anyone want to do the migration to DevOps profile, send me your resume. Only one I will make the change and I will share. Okay, as a share to the LinkedIn, just for show how to do the conversion. But again, only I cannot do for everyone. I don't have that much time, to be honest. Okay. And because see, I'm developing course for the Go Cloud Architect, for the DevOps course. I'm not even recording my videos. You're not seeing a lot of courses. I have planned, but I will start after I'm done with the I'm making DevOps course for the Go Cloud Architect. Once then that done only, then I will start. So that's the reason I'm not doing that. I have limited time. One thing, DevOps Resume Professor, can you explain? I've already explained. Uh, no worries. Can I mention the links in the video, in the description, so you can refer. Okay. Sir, I'm fresher DevOps. Windows experience can apply. Yes. See, the DevOps engineer, you have to work. I understand that mostly the work is Linux. But yeah, if you have any PowerShell, PowerShell experience or any Windows experience in general as a Windows admin, why not? You can add it, Jogesh. Okay. No worries. Nova resume is paid, but for the one page resume is free, and there are a lot of free templates available. We can generate for free. Okay. I know it's obviously they say that I recommend Kick Resume. So Kick Resume, yes, if it's suit your requirement, you can do it. For me, last time I didn't, so I didn't apply. But if you see, try the Kick Resume as well. If it's work for you, it's good. Okay, it's Tanmay saying Dhruv. I understand. So Dhruv, you might send me your resume to me. I will convert it for you. Okay. Yes, it's paid for one page resume is free, and a lot of templates available. I'm repeating myself, but it's okay. So the one query. So DevOps and Cloud Engineer Resume can, yeah, actually see. So right now, there is joint kind of position happening. Okay, Cloud DevOps Engineer, that kind of position. But in general, if it's you're thinking about like, is the DevOps and Cloud have the similar functionality? No, it's basically different. Cloud Engineer is different word. Cloud Architect is a different word. Okay, why I saying the Cloud Engineer? It may be the cloud solution engineering you're doing, serverless application architecture plus development, say the very cloud specific job. DevOps could be open tools like open source tools, say the Ansible, Jenkins, and all that. Maybe infrastructure automation, all can. So I will say it's very the line between two position now becoming narrower. I'm seeing a lot of requirements, a lot of opportunities and all. So I see it's very becoming narrow. But in general, cloud engineer will be very specific to cloud, but the DevOps engineer you have to mention like the cloud engineer, not responsible for the communication with operating teams and DevOps teams. Okay, that's the biggest difference. Cloud engineers only role to manage the cloud, develop solution for the cloud, and maintain that. But DevOps engineer managing the entire flow from the DevOps development to operation team, communication, then the like feedback loop, then the entire development entire pipeline. That's what to mention, but which cloud engine doesn't. Okay, so might be similar, but not exactly same. That you have to remember. So any courses that you've content and DevOps ago? That I told Udemy part. I told you follow that one. So I'm 2000. It's Krishna saying that I'm a 2021 grad and made a resume for freshers. Can you review it now? Possible? Again, it's not possible. I don't have that much time. Sorry. But again, I will share the links for the like best practices. Okay, for freshers, experienced engineers, DevOps engineers, cloud architect. I will share all the links. It's not possible to explain very depth in a single session, right? It might go to 5 hour session if I do that. So no worries on that. I will share the links. You can go explore that. So what will be the resume for non-experienced DevOps? Just like I told, for non-experienced DevOps, you have to mention your education, your if any project examples you can show, that will be really great. And the only focus on the skill set. Okay, skill set, project, certification that you should highlight. Can you teach a course on Canva? That's one thing that I want to do, but with a lot of things pending. If I make course on Canva, people say, I told you to do the YML course, I told you to do the say advanced Ansible course. Why are you making the Canva? So it will be problem. Okay, I have a lot of course pending. I have planned for the CKD course, then the advanced Ansible course. Basic one you already have in the channel. Advanced data for module development course. Again, the basic one is got the beginner course is already freely available in the YouTube channel. So things are available, but the advanced version is pending, right? And it's time to build that one. So let's complete that one. That will be otherwise problem. Okay. So yeah, I have completed AWS Developer Associate, moving to cloud role, but not able to land a job description. I don't have relevant experience in the current company. See, for those who can't or don't have an experience, you have to show them projects. How to do it. I'm telling you the trick here. Make sure that you have your own domain, important own email, have some profile there. Okay, very good profile. Then second step, buy the theme forest, say maybe HTML template or the WordPress. Then host that site in your subdomains. Okay, and someone say you don't have experience, how to do it? Show them some e-commerce example. Show them some profile site or whatever, like blog site. What the many example you add. If you can't show them example, show them how the pipeline you set up using the CI/CD. Mention the flow. Do all that, and you have 100% higher chance the people who are not actually giving all that information. That's your key selling point. Okay, so maintain like that. I mean, okay, you don't might not have a you didn't do any DevOps job, but that doesn't mean you don't have a DevOps experience. You have to show them what you did as a part of DevOps like experience, like CI/CD implementation, like infra as a code, highly recommended Terraform, like AWS cloud development, serverless. So if you did this kind of things, mention in the resume. That will be crazily helpful. Okay, remember that. So do some project, bro. Project that resume. Project part, I really have a plan at the moment. Maybe not at the moment, but in the long run, I have at least what it's going to be. I'm telling you. First, I will have I have a, like, you don't know. I don't know, many might know that in Buy Me Coffee, I have created a profile where I have started giving dedicated mentoring. Monthly, weekly, and daily one is very costly one. Is intended because I don't know to be honest. Just keeping that if really want to have that kind of requirement, they can reach out. But I don't think anyone will have it. They will have it directly. So yeah, uh, there I keep it just to make sure like, promote the mentoring, and that is crazily helpful. People, I'm not charging that much, of course, not even my what my usually charge to clients, even fourth of that, okay. And people really interested, but since they're paying, they're very serious about what they're learning. And I'm really happy as a teacher or as a educator that they're taking this crazy seriously. What problem previously, like previously also I had 100 mentees, 200,000 mentees, but I did for free. And when it's free, it's like, no, that's not that kind of very serious, okay. But the moment I turned it to pay on, it's very limited one, because only 10 assisted weekly, only I think 30 or around that for the monthly, and it becomes serious concern. Everyone very motivated. So I'll now keep it that way only. So for the first project, I'm planning to like I will conduct using them, and I will ask them to share the experience and all. Then I will do with other people. Maybe the new mentees will be get preferred, and then maybe some I will do for other people. Okay, just like public for everyone. Because the seriousness I want, okay, that I gave from that way. And anyone serious, like after I see that this is their interested, like testing ground, I see that's helpful, this helpful, then I will do make as a public that way. Okay, it's Igor. Come on, say you can congratulate me. I'm running Golang Ammon Kubernetes. Correct, you did it. Okay. Kaushik saying, sir, please, any courses you have in good content of DevOps flexible? Yes, I told you, like, I don't, of course, DevOps content, you can go to my YouTube channel, lot of DevOps content, Ansible, Terraform, AWS use, whatnot. For the DevSecOps, I don't have a content yet. I do have a plan. Okay, I do have a plan in mind. Not now. Maybe in the mid of this year I will do, but not at immediately. Also, I have to plan of moving to outside of India after 6 7 months for a job and all. But that again based on the condition, environment, and everything. So I don't know if that happens. Maybe it get different. If it doesn't happen, then we'll have it. DevSecOps course. Okay. So okay. Now is for team experience. Also, one page is okay or need. I would say go for 99.9%. You make it right as a one page. If not possible at all, then do two page. It's your choice. But I would say keep it one page. It's saying that Shivani Toma, I have the experience of 3 years in cloud operations. Want to grow the revenue. Yes. So if you, it's also good. Like if you're a cloud operation engineer, you have some cloud certificate and all. Add the DevOps tool that you learned and all that, you'll get good opportunities faster. Okay. Focus on the skill set and the certifications that will help you get a job, like entry level DevOps and maybe sub mid level DevOps, those kind of positions. It's Manivan saying that, hi, I'm working as an automation tester. Yes, automation. As I told, I help moving automation tester, QA testing, manual QA, then the what do you call it, DBA, and I did all that. So it's that you have to have the experience in the DevOps tools, DevOps methodologies, principle of DevOps. That's because those are the things you will get asked during the interviews. If you can't clear that, how can you get a job? Even if you have a killer resume, but you don't know that thing, the concepts, the basics to become a DevOps engineer, there will be problem. So yes, you need to that as well. So train as a DevOps engineer, go for any, like I'm making the course, but it's gonna take time because of the baby. All plan got messed up. So anyway, I'm again coming back to track. What you should be doing, you can go for time being. You can go to Udemy, have some good courses on DevOps concept. Then maybe either for AWS DevOps, you can refer to my videos. You will get a lot of concept there, and then you write the resume. You will understand a lot, and that will help you in getting a job. So become more scalable, become more knowledgeable. That's important, and then make the switch. So I have experience. It's Renu saying I have experience in GitHub Jenkins, UCD, PCF, AWS, Terraform. Good. But I don't have any cloud certification. How is it difficult for me to get an interview calls? Why I'm repeatedly saying certification part, that see, uh, the thing is that you might have good skills, good knowledge, and just like you in the market, many other might have. If you and those people trying to get into a particular company, that company gonna hire the person, the guy or lady, whoever it is, who have the certification plus the knowledge. You might have the only knowledge, but the person who have the knowledge plus certification, they will get preferred. That's the why it's very very difficult for you to get job. I will not say you not get it. Of course, people are getting job without certification, but maybe not the position that you wanted to have, right? Especially for the APN partners, so or say GCP. So cloud have the partners, right? A lot of companies, say Accenture, Cognizant, every single big company. Okay, even smaller companies also a partner. And to keep being a partner, they have some requirements to have some certified engineers. Okay, if it's a Google partner, they should have a Google certified engineers or the support staff or the sales engineers and all. Similarly, if it's a AWS partner, they also have to have some very many employees, certified employees and all. So they have some requirement as far as I've heard. I didn't go that deep, but I heard from other friends who are the APN partner, because I have, like, the friend circle I have is a bigger one. Not even becoming before becoming a DevOps engineer, having senior engineer, working with people around the world, talking with many people in the groups. So I talk with them, I get to understand all that. So then I knew that okay, you need to have some good certified people. Then as a combine, you can apply for the APN partner and all these kind of things. So that's why if you are trying for APN partner company, okay, they will be seeking okay AWS certification. If it's say Google partner organization, they will be seeking whoever having the Google certification. So this is how the flow works. So that you should be clear about. Mayur saying any free resume builder online Nova Resume and Canva. Canva has a complete free templates for even multiple pages. Nova Resume also free for one page. There is a kick-ass resume that side also you can follow. Okay, so DevOps saying that what strategy is best preparing DevOps job, as we have so many topics: Linux, cloud, Docker, K8s, IS scripting. So I would say different DevOps position might have different set of requirements. Even becoming 10 plus experienced guy, I might miss one or two skills. That's not important. Important part is what the stack they're using. Say if they're having Kubernetes stack, Docker is important, Kubernetes is important. If they're hosting that Kubernetes and Docker in AWS, then AWS becoming important. If they're hosting the solution in say GKE, then Google is already important. Think about the stack they're using, research about that. It will become a lot clear how to make a resume and we should target. Okay, getting my idea, right? The company that you're applying for, that giving the resume, you have to know the company stack. How you'll know? Simply look, just go to LinkedIn and look for the employees of the company. See that company is employing, what are the stack they're utilizing. Most of the cases, I will say 90% cases, those guys will actually mention what the skills or what the responsibilities are, and that's it. You understand their stack. That's how easy it is. So follow that way. Okay. So in general, in DevOps, you should have one programming language: Python, Go, and Node.js, like JavaScript. Node.js preferred. You should have good Linux and self scripting, no matter who you are. If you're coming to DevOps, that you have. Then you should have no CI/CD tools, at least Jenkins and cloud-specific tools like let's say the AWS DevOps tools like code commit, code build, code deploy, those, or with Azure, then Azure Depot, Azure Pipeline, all that you have to know. So based on that, you should be uh, making the resume, okay? And also, if you have good knowledge about Terraform, Ansible, that also plus. But in general, these days, I am not even, sometimes, I forget to talk about Kubernetes Docker because this is so natural. You're talking about DevOps engineer, they should know the Docker Kubernetes. That kind of thing. Maybe it's my bad practice. I know that any guys coming to me as a DevOps engineer say I'm a good DevOps engineer, I'm assuming he know the cloud and DevOps. Or the first thing I've learned is that one. Later I get to know, okay, he didn't got the experience of Kubernetes, Docker small. Then I say, no, I thought you might already know. So if you don't know, start from there. Of course, Linux and programming language is there. So what you should be doing, develop one sample application through programming language, be it Python, Go, or whatever it is. Then you host, containerize the application and host in Kubernetes. That should be your first practice or like exam kind of situation. Then you do the rest of things. Okay. It's Sai saying thanks Sandeep for the video. Thanks Sai, because you guys watching, that's why I'm making it. So thanks to you all. Saying that should we take one part for the Monty and move to other topics, do them parallelly? Yeah, for any if you're thinking about the resume builder, you can arrange a rest as per your requirement. You can do that. No worries. Uh, it's how can I showcase my DevOps skill in resume as a working system? See that the skills part in the video. If you go to Nova Resume anyway, you have the technical skill section. Just go there and make the changes. Add the skill set specific to AWS DevOps that you did. Okay, but also the system administrator. What is the job you did? You can mention in work experience. Focus should be in the title, aspiring or say started, whatever the stage you are, and that in the punchline in the in the middle description part, there you mention what the specialty you did, why you're trying to become like some excitement you have to give to the recruiter. He's hiding or she's hiding you because he think that you become very good DevOps engineer, but if you're not showing that enthusiasm, the zeal in the resume, that might not impress them. Okay. So what kind of question will interview ask in the DevOps as a fresher? Of course, the CI/CD, the what is DevOps, what is DevOps principle, what is the KPI of DevOps, what is the this tool Ansible, Jenkins, and all that. CI/CD they ask the most of the question most of the time, but also sometimes networking related, Linux related, you'll face. So prepare on that. How that see go to my channel. There is two video already made, DevOps interview 1 and DevOps interview 2. Follow that one. Okay, that's dedicated to that only. Part 3 might be the next week, so stay tuned. Also guys who didn't subscribe karo, because I want you guys to be joined. Okay, you guys are enthusiastic, you guys want to watch the content and all, so subscribe so that you will get notified. Okay. It's Rishabh. Hi Rishabh. uh, so, what are the necessary tools to be known as a cloud guy? Okay, Fulani Adebayo, you have asked a very good question. What are the necessary tools to known as a cloud guy? If you ask that way, I will say basics are basics. So the basic Linux and the basics of cloud technology, how it works, it's very good. The economy of cloud that you have to understand. Now coming to the particular tools, any cloud, okay, AWS, GCP, or Azure, but master that cloud really well. Then we will call you're a cloud guy. So any cloud you mastered. Uh, I would say mainly focus on architecture point of view. If your focus is the only cloud, not the development, of course. But if you are going to be DevOps engineer or say cloud application engineer, your focus will be architecture plus development. Okay, how to utilize, which are the ways you can apply a solution, how the multiple services come as a solution, that you have to give a thought and deploy. Okay. Is Rishabh saying that how Rishabh saying that I'm switching from monitoring to as a pro. It's good. What I should I assume like how to prepare it. Add the more of the architecture point of view in the resume. What you build, what you're going to build, what are the things you did. Okay, achievements you can add it. You can add the project that you did. Those are the things you have to add, and of course certification part also you have to highlight the AWS SA Pro and all the certification. So that will be good for you. Okay, a lot of questions. As I told, I will be there for 9:30. Doesn't matter. I will complete all the question sets. So Rashid saying that Sandeep, when you say support, their job profile which help in desktop support or other things, not B2B. Do you consider B2B support engineer making a move? See, I have seen a accountant guy move to a DevOps profile. If you want to search about, you can search in Google. You might find a lot of use cases. But I have seen he really worked hard. That I will not deny. That's undeniable fact. But he really worked hard. He's certified. He got experience. He got the fresher position. He had some kind of 3-4 experience in accounting, but he moved that. So yeah, if he can do it, you're a support guy, B2B guy, doesn't matter. You can do it. So do it. Is Naman saying that how can I contribute to open source project in DevOps? So simply go to the DevOps project repository in GitHub or people can whatever the hell it is. Go there, create a pull request, and making changes. That's how we do it. It's then Gaurav saying we need to data structure knowledge in applying for product companies. If your target is for DevOps, even Tesla doesn't want you to have the this kind of DS algo. Okay, they are most of the focusing on the CI/CD, the process, and all that. Companies like Google, Amazon, and Meta might ask. It depends on the position only. Okay, it's based on the position that I can say, but the companies to companies matter. Renu Singh, I've experienced in Git, Jenkins, okay, but I don't have certification. How difficult? I already answered that, but again, certification you have to do for the competitive advantage. It's Smriti Rajan Mohapatro. As per the quest to switch my domain, what do you think is ideal period to switch domain for experience? Like, better if we change as soon as possible, or if we work as non-developer for a long time, it will affect. I have seen a 10-year experience guy make a change to DevOps after being a support executive. So it's kind of how can I tell it? The proper wording should be it's your interest. You might not get the salary, you might have to compromise salary if you become an experienced guy and after that you're making the switch. But it's based on your interest. If you are going to lose the money for becoming experienced DevOps engineer and earning higher later on, you can do it. But I would say if you're gonna move, make it quicker. If you're not, because technology keeps changing, every time, every year technology gets changing, something new coming up. So it will be hard for you to keep up if you are in separate domain, but you're trying to become a DevOps engineer. That will be tough. If you're like मान लिया okay, I have to make the change, do it now. Then don't wait too much. Okay. ML loops, I'm not that a fan of ML loops. There's a lot of other tools getting utilized in the cloud. I may use that, but I'm not an ML guy, so I cannot answer that one very openly. Okay. Aditya Singh, I have full experience in non-tech domain. I want to switch in tech domain. I have completed some certification. Please suggest how I can apply with non-tech jobs. I rejected because of experience. Okay, if you want to make a move, make a move, and of course get the knowledge, experience, practice it, make some projects, sample projects. Okay, that matters. And yes, try to get a job. If it doesn't work out, it may not work out. But if you start liking it, if you got the idea of it, you get a knack of it, that might change your career level. Okay, so you try it. Okay, yes, hi Sandeep. This question might be repetitive. We need to cover many to get DevOps career. How I should practice some practical example. Can we refer small project income? So yeah, best, quick and easy and common is to try out the e-commerce project. So get a e-commerce template from the Envato theme forest and try to deploy it in different ways. Terraform deployment, CI/CD, AWS deployment, Azure deployment. Try the how the hell you want, and that you can show that I tried this things with this project. That will be your selling point. Okay. Sir, if you start the career as an AWS architect or any AWS role, what could be the job offer after I get 1 year experience like full stack or data scientist? Okay, let me read the question again. We start my career as an AWS architect or any AWS role. You will become solution architect. You will not become a full stack or data scientist. Data scientist is the person who work with the data, have some doing some mathematics statistics. Those are the people that are scientists. Full stack development, who is doing front end, back end, even cloud as a complete stack from development to deployment, entire thing. Those are the full stack guys. These are the differences. But if you're in the AWS only, it's a solution architect position, or say AWS cloud application developer could be one if you're developing some things. So based on that, the position matters. Okay. So the what do you think DevOps will last long? Yes, just like software development, just like the database development, just like any other field, DevOps gonna last many years. I not even can say 5 or 10, many years. The key point here, the tools gonna change. Okay, the things that you're utilizing today, you might not be utilizing after 5 years. Things or tools gonna change, but DevOps gonna stay there. So yes, it will be now, it will be after 10 years, 5 years. Like I don't know how much it lived, maybe till that year it will be there. So think about that. Any position that you're seeing, support executive, this and that, if any computer tech profession also especially, it will stay there. Just the tools that you're using will change. That's the main part. Okay, so you need refresher to cloud and AWS. Of course, AWS practitioner, AWS solution architect associate. You need the certificate, associate level certificates to be started with. Bro, is graphics card important? What is once? It's not a graphics card related session, man. Sorry. Can you please start the playlist series for DevOps company? Yeah, if you go to the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, you will find the playlist there. Only DevOps and cloud specific stuff, and the playlist also there. It's up to down. Okay. I am fresher. I got an offer of 10 lakh pay. Is it good fresher or no? It's good. If you like, if you're getting better opportunities, why not? But 10 lakh for I don't know if you're a IIT, NIT, that's a different fact of matter. But even many of them also don't get that if they are a low tier. Okay, so if you're getting 10 lakh LP as a fresher, you might not want to mess it. Again, is very imperative if you're in some position. I don't know from where you are, Bangalore, Hyderabad, so where it is. So based on the position, you can do that. Okay, it's saying that Vinayak, I'm tester, would like to switch DevOps and all. Yes, so I will again share the DevOps. You can follow the session from the beginning, and this session you will find the in that that is example I'm going to share. You can follow to make your resume, and the skill I talk about the video again. I'll just repeat for you once again. Linux, the Linux, shell scripting, one programming language, CI/CD tools such as Jenkins, GitOps. GitOps may be bigger with you. So GitHub Actions, the that particular tool, Terraform, Ansible, AWS CI/CD. Those are the things you should be mastering. You get the better opportunity. Okay, Tinku, thank you Tinku, for the contribution. Again, any contribution I really appreciate because I'm going to use that for making better content. Uh, you can ask again. Okay, guys, if you want the graphics at important of a laptop for a CBA student, I will say if you're gonna be the machine learning guy, you want to run the getting the module is okay, but otherwise you might not need it. Okay. Request series of teaching the DevOps tools. Yes, DevOps tools already. If you go to my YouTube channel, Vinayak, it is already DevOps tool series is there. Where I already teach Ansible, Terraform, lot of CI/CD related topics. Just go to my channel, you'll get all that. Okay. How to make resume for Linux admin without an experience? Have this concept. Have all the concept clear. For all the conceptual part, you can refer to the Udemy courses, YouTube video, other YouTube videos where they explain the things. For the resume part, mention all the Linux things you did, the projects or some scripting, or maybe if you can have a GitHub repo with all the example you tried, all that mention, like not all that, just mention the repo. That will help you get a job. Okay. Okay, I think only 5 10 minutes. I think most of all the questions are done. So, hi sir, I'm currently working in SAP Migration Engineer 2020 graduate. I'm very much interested in cloud DevOps. Yes, of course you might already be following from the beginning. So I will say Tinku that if you have SAP experience, yes, that's a good one. You can add in your DevOps, but learn the DevOps tools or the cloud tools. Again, cloud or DevOps, you have to be very clear. I would say if you're not clear, no worries. Start with the cloud first. Work with the cloud services. Start with maybe AWS solution associate certification course. You'll get a lot of knowledge. Good content available from Go Cloud Architect, Michael Gibbs, as well as Andrew Brown. You have a lot of contents freely available in YouTube. Very good content. Okay, if you got the certification specific, Chirag have very good certification content. Follow Chirag, and like every resource is already there. You just have to make sure you learn it well. After that, you learn about other tools like Jenkins, and like I told you, right? Linux, of course, Linux and Sanskrit is a very common one for cloud and DevOps roles. That again, I just repeated. For then, you have to ready with the CI/CD tools. Popular, start with the popular one: Jenkins, GitHub Actions. Then we have that AWS CI/CD. Those are the things you tried out, understand. Then you find out where I want to see myself after like few years. I want to become a DevOps engineer working with these tools, or I want to become a cloud architect. I will solution the design. I will give the design solution or the architecture part. Then other people will develop it. So you have to make the decision. Then you can even move. Okay. And Mo was saying thanks for the live. Thank you for attending the session. I already answered that. Certification. Okay, you already have certification in CCP, Oracle Cloud Associate. Good. Right now, having one experience. How can I do this? So yes, mention that AWS certified cloud engineer or say cloud like aspiring AWS certified cloud engineer. There's some kind of that. Okay, very catchy line. And then you mention the certification section. Certification in the technical skill section. Mention the technical skill like the what are the AWS services that you used or are the Oracle Cloud certificate like two services you use. Okay, mention that. That will be very helpful in the job description. If you have applied the skills, very good. If not, it's okay. Just keep mention what are the work history. Make sure the punchline just after the headline, the punchline part, you mention that you want to work on the DevOps side more. That should be your the way you should be updating your resume. Okay. Small change, sir. Actually, I mean to say if okay, it's Sacharit saying that small change, sir. Actually, I mean to say if I start my career as a AWS architect or AWS role, what could be best job role to switch? Okay, okay, I got it. After one experience like a full stack developer, or data scientist. Okay, where AWS skill helps more. Very important, very the thing that I actually seen this kind of like similar requirements a lot. So what I'll say, if you master the cloud architecture well, could be the solution architect will be your position. If you know the development really well, like using the cloud SDK, you can become a cloud application developer. Or if you are having interest in the front end, back end API development, say using Python or Node.js or Go, then you can become a full stack developer with cloud plus the programming knowledge. Okay, so that's how you should be making change. Data scientist, if you want to become, then you have to very good at data analytics, like data collection, data modeling, data training, and all that. So based on your interest, you have to decide. Okay. uh, is saying that hi sir, for backend development, what DevOps tech I should need to learn? Have to mention in the CV. So the backend development, you can say if it's Python, then Flask or Django. If it's Node.js, then Node.js plus Express is Go, and the Go and web module. So this is the thing we have to mention. Is Techno man? What do you ask? I don't see, to be honest. You might have to ask again, man. Sorry. No, I don't see your question. Maybe I responded to you, but I don't remember now. Okay. Recently, I got offered a Linux developer 60 LPA, also DevOps engineers 2 LPA, both as a fresher. Okay. You have a solid. So the fresher you're getting 60 lakh per annum. You should go for the 60 lakh per annum as a Linux developer. Then after 1 year, you make a move to the DevOps engineer. You will find better pay and better opportunity. Believe me. Okay. What are the switches cover the fresher DevOps engineer? Yes. As a fresher DevOps engineer, like we have like if it's a learning again the question is very bit confusing. So it's the learning part. You have to learn, of course, the just like you told, the Linux and scripting, the CI/CD tools like Jenkins and GitHub Actions, and the AWS CI/CD for the cloud part. Of course, AWS and Azure, any that you like, you have to learn. Okay, and additionally, I personally, just my personal suggestion, if you want to become a very good DevOps engineer, learn the infra as a code part so again you can get more opportunities as an infra engineer. Okay, infra as a code developer. That's more pay. That's the reason. Um, so it's Smriti saying being a community hero, you get to know all upcoming cloud services first. What other tech stuff you get advantage, Sandeep? It's not actually like that. Uh, Based on the interest, of course, I am interested more about DevOps and software development. So I'm always keen to know about what are the new things coming up. To be honest, I like most of the time, like when I'm feeling I need to like elevate, I'm not feeling that well staying, not something, not doing. It become very disturbing part. Okay, so what I do, it's kind of become a habit, to be honest. I go to Google, search about this take, that take, this and that. I gather all the knowledge. I keep a note of what are the interesting thing I found out, and so that I can later do my research. Okay, as a AWS CEO, yes, I get to know about some services which are yet to maybe released in the reinvent, but that's under NDA and all. I cannot share about that. So, and I'm not using that much. Any company is not paying me for the service, is not released yet, right? So no company paying me for that. So I am not becoming that experience, because if I use it for my clients, then only I become experienced. So that's what it is. I get to know, but not much advantage. Um, what are the stakes if you get advantage? Another thing, I as an engineer, I also I get the good community access. That's a very good thing. I get to interact with other heroes, which is also I would like really much. I want to actually, if possible in the future, maybe Nana and other engineers there. Maybe what is his name? I forgot his name. I had to do a session with him also. Very hard to get touch with them, but if possible, I'm gonna make a session with them. Okay. So it's based on luck. Sir, I asked the question many times. Nikhil and just go was. I already told that answer, right? Future scope is really great. You have to, of course, learn the tools that I just said. I want to make it DevOps having 11 months of experience in Salesforce. Yes, Dhanraj, I have seen the case. You can do make a change, and I have seen a lot of people, like 3, 4 people I've seen making change from Salesforce DevOps. You can do. Make sure, just like other common, like the you might already know I have a DevOps. If you go to my LinkedIn profile and then the article section, you will see a DevOps roadmap. Okay, there you go and check out what are the tools you need to learn to become a DevOps engineer. You will get all the answers there. Already mentioned everything in more details. Might be that will be better. Okay. Is Nikhil saying that, sir, do we have a job opportunity as a fresher? Of course, you have it. And if you want, I can share the resume example I have made for the freshers. Uh, just maybe you can just Nikhil again the real life experience like better will be that if you can send me uh, your resume, Nikhil, and give all the details like what you learned and all. I can give you a resume. Okay, again, it's only one people I can do, not for everyone. Sorry, guys, only one people who is asking. Like maybe a lot of people asking, but only one person I can verify and make a resume for that, and I can showcase that what a fresher resume look like as a DevOps engineer should be applying. Okay, and yes, DevOps still like it might not be that much opportunities, but yes, if you try to become a fresher DevOps engineer, yes, you have a chance. Of course, for that you have to have proper skill set. Okay, DevOps field in general is kind of experience driven position, but there is chance for the associate DevOps engineer or the fresher DevOps engineer. You have to work really, really hard for that. No easy way. Okay, and is there a project in AWS Java project DevOps regarding tools? No. See, most of the cases what happening, be it Java, be it .NET, be it Python, we DevOps engineer not much worrying these days. We just ask the developer, see, you have to make a container out of that. Whatever you're going to configure, let us know the configuration well, Jira ticket. I will just configure any problem. You are the person going to configure. I'm saying that way, but we don't that way. We help out the person who's making the Docker image and all. But that's your goal. You have to ask the developer to learn and teach, show the resources. Then you can optimize even better. Okay, later on. But ask him to do the basic Docker integration. You like if she start to the Docker containerization part, your part you are not worrying about like the Python, JavaScript, nothing. So that you have to again, as I told, as everyone know already, DevOps is a cultural change you have to bring along with the toolset and all. So you have to ask the engineer to keep using the containerization part to make it more isomorphic to any cloud platform. Okay, so you have to ask them. Okay, I think oh man, so many questions. I think I have to. Okay, just okay. 20 minutes, not 20, 12 minutes more. Then what are the last questions? That's it. Okay, 9:30. I will close the session. Again, maybe like DevOps is done. DevOps resume I've already shown you. Again, all the samples and everyone I will show. So no worries. I will just cover. Okay, only a few questions till 9:30. Is when I'm saying that has something is a difference between I already answered that. So research saying, hey, can a guy with a data analyst role can experience to cloud solution architect role, especially which is with AWS Azure to opt in India. Again, it's a very not sensitive, it's a very use case specific. Okay, there are engineers who are AWS solution architect getting paid than Azure architects or engineers. There are engineers who are Azure architect engineers getting paid more than the AWS guys. So it's very, very depend on the location, the company you're joining, and all that. Of course, your own skills and experience. But yes, a guy with a data analyst those experience can move into cloud architect, solution architect role. If you have the certification, if they have the right skill set, you can do it. Okay. And what is the about programming? Is Naga saying that what are the programming and networking knowledge is if no, of course you need to have the programming if it's possible. I will say not even if possible, you should add some examples. Say it's a Python, just for example, you should have some say Flask application, say web application, or say Django application. Mention some uh, GitHub repo and all. Okay, that will be helpful to get an opportunity. Even if you have like no real project experience, some demo project experience, you have to show. That will be advantage. They will give you advantage. Okay. Uh, One more quick question of Rishabh that so switching to AWS cloud will be a fresher step for me. So could you please advise me get other skills so I need to have other than AWS certification? Yes, if you are going for the AWS cloud, see your ultimate goal will be to either become a solution architect or as a DevOps kind of position. If you are only to the solution part, okay, architecture position like giving the solution of the like architect giving the architecture solution and all, you should have the core tools you must master. EC2, the storage part, the networking part is very very important. The storage part is three, the RDS part. These are the things, the services you have to master along with IAM, the ECAs, are like more of the architecture part you have to master. And other than that, these are the AWS specific skills. Other than that, Linux skill is common for every single position. Even if you're a solution architect, you should know how to like install some software, do some run and test and all that. Or maybe the SSM you want to apply for SSM simple system manager in AWS. If you want to pass the system, you should know how to do it. The SSM too. Linux knowledge, system knowledge will be required. So that I will suggest to everyone. Okay, one question again. Only 9 minutes remaining. Ankit saying that I'm working on Azure, but the market share of AWS is more than Azure, which is true. Should I continue on Azure or switch to AWS using companies? You can actually go for combined. So look for a company which is actually looking for AWS or Azure, like maybe Azure and they have a AWS stack also. They want both kind of engineers, single team. Join that, work on like is Azure, AWS project both, and master the two clouds. In later you might find something more comfortable. So focus. If you find AWS more comfortable, become a like more bigger AWS engineer or architect. If you find Azure, so because see both companies are good companies, both cloud have good opportunities and all. You have to just find the right one. You have to keep trying and trying to find the better one. Okay. 8 minutes remaining. Companies companies are asking for experience. I want to change domain from CX to the cloud. Any suggestion on how to showcase them experience? Just like as I told, right? Have some demo projects, have some sample to show, highlight your skill set more. This is how you should be showing. Okay, experience part. If you have some working experience, just add in the work history section. Okay. I think as I said, can you? Okay. Does Big Four companies have? No? Yes, all companies have those position open, not just Big Four. Everyone. Okay. Uh, this one is Harrison. This said, when you say that you must have AWS or Azure, is it your personal opinion or is it about market demand? Because I somehow found GCP, all those. See, the thing, it's market demand plus my personal suggestion. You might see some GCP projects requirement, but not all. 90% I see not just I'm searching for the AWS. I'm searching for I do my own research, okay? I'm checking while what position and all. It's AWS Azure or like AWS Azure. GCP I found very, very few cases. That's the honesty I can give, honest answer I can give. Okay. But yeah, there will be of course some opportunities which I'm gonna apply. But in market, in point of market view, AWS and Azure are the king at the moment. But yeah, GCP also growing up. So maybe someday they GCP also reach to the AWS and Azure level. Someday, you don't know. For DevOps, should you proceed with SysOps and solution architect or solution? SysOps will be better. That's for the DevOps. Okay. Developer is also fine. Developer also you can try it. Sir, I have cleared the AZ 900 and now I'm preparing for the AZ 400. Is Azure a good option for the starting cloud? Since you already started, I will say yes, but for better opportunities, I will go for multi-cloud. At least have the AWS or Azure stack. I also did some Azure project, not going for certification because I'm not getting that much opportunities. So yes, I you already know that I am more of the AWS mastermind guy or AWS solution giving kind of guy. Okay, more of the DevOps project I do in the AWS stack. These days I'm doing infra as a code using Pulumi or sometime in the CDK, sometime in the cloud formation, wherever the client coming with good money offering me. So I'm working on that. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, but yeah. That doesn't mean that Azure doesn't have a project. Azure also have projects. So if you have good experience, good certification, and if you can work on that, go there. Additionally, I would say try to utilize the resource manager in Azure, and if possible, try to master the Terraform. You will get more better opportunities. Mm. It's not saying that what are the core DevOps tools and core cloud services we should cover in the resume. Tools, in general, Linux and scripting and programming you have to add anyway. Other than that, as a CI/CD tools or DevOps tools, you have to add the Jenkins, Ansible, Terraform, Pulumi, I would say personally, but not many people can agree. I personally think that's a very good thing to have. Terraform is good, Cloud Formation, CDK, uh, Azure, that resource manager part. Those are the things you can add in your resume. Okay. In general, Azure DevOps and Azure DevOps has a proprietary, CI/CD solution is very defined, so that you can add it. The open source DevOps tools plus the proprietary AWS and Azure DevOps. Do I have to know the deploy various types of app via CI/CD, or I have to know to the what to do reach the component system? See, knowing the types, like you might master the rolling deployment and the shadow deployment you're mastering. But in general, you should understand the what is the how the canary development also very insanely getting popular these days. Okay, so using STO and all. So you must master. If your target is to become a deployment manager or say DevOps deployment specialty, then you must master the what are the deployment types. Be it rolling, be it the rolling plus one or two extra, or provisioning based, or maybe based on the Xero deployment or the Canary deployment, whatever it is, you have to learn all that if you're focusing only the deployment part. 3 minute remaining, and this is the last question I'm going to accept. After that, I'm done for today's session. And that doesn't mean that I will not do session anymore. That means you are going to see me next week again answering your question. Okay. So yes, it's Smriti's question is the last one. What your opinion on multi-cloud strategy? Advantage and disadvantage. See, multi-cloud is very good one, of course, and everyone think that will be a foolproof plan, but think that way. Multi-cloud mean multi more complexity. That means the team has to handle one more cloud, and of course they can manage manually, which I not personally suggest. For initial, okay, what the freshest fine, for experience is not recommended. You have to do infra as a code. That means you are adding some programmers and infra as a code engineers, like sometimes both are the same person. So more cost, more complexity. One person handling one cloud, they can manage one code, but more cloud means you need more resources to handle all that. So yeah, it sound the advantage part. Yes, you have better disaster recovery. You might have better resource handling. You might see the competitive advantage. Suppose you have Azure credit or AWS credit. If the AWS credit goes away, you can use the Azure credit or like GCP credit. So you can do all that. Okay, all companies have a secret deal with the companies or fish like the startups get the special money from the this kind of cloud companies for their product. Okay, so that you can get, but that's the advantage part, cost wise, and the availability wise, or say the disaster recovery wise, you have the advantage of the multi cloud, but the complexity get added. That is also important. So yes, the multi-cloud strategy is very excellent, and in this state of this outage is happening all over the cloud. Most cases, if you enable the multi-region kind of thing, say AWS, if you have enabled the multi-region and the multi-region and then failover via the Route 53, you can handle the 99% cases. But if you want to, you're developing a very business critical application, it cannot stay down for even 1 second, or 1 second can go down. That will be bad thing to say. You cannot. But very few minutes, you can have a multi-cloud strategy with, say, you can use the AWS and Azure or any cloud, and but that means that you are introducing more complexity to your logics, more other extra services to handling. AWS are different services, Azure are different services. You have to develop the programming module also which support the Azure plus AWS use cases, and so you understand there's a lot of complexity getting added if you add the multi-cloud. So based on the requirement, if it's a if it's a small team, I never ever suggest to go for the multi-cloud. If it's a big company, okay, big enterprise company, I will suggest them for the going for the multi-cloud because they have the resources, they have the money, they have whatever the hell they need, they can go for the multi-cloud. Otherwise, I will never say that. And that's it for today, guys. I covered most of your questions. Finally, I can take my water. Okay, and I know you, like many people have more questions. That's fine. Next week also, I maybe I from my studio or maybe from my wife's home, I will be online, but I will answer all the questions. Just like at least I'll try to answer most of the question like I did. And this links and everything I will slowly update today. Okay, from tomorrow on, maybe just in the after 1 or 2 hours, so you can find all the links there. Okay, and again, thanks everyone for staying. It's a 2 hour course. Yes, 2 hours. Video length. The video length is 2 hours. Staying this long is not a joke. You've shown that you are going to invest time, going to invest effort, and make a good resume and listen to me all that long. Thanks again. If any queries, try send message to LinkedIn. It might be a bit slower because the volume is too high, but I'll try to reply as soon as possible. You many guys can, like, if you got really urgent something, you can send a mail to me. Go to my YouTube's about section. There's an email. You have my email. Okay, contact at the rate of sandipdas.in. You can send the mail. Like if you really have some urgency, you can send the mail, and I will try to give answer as soon as possible. Okay. Now these just have a baby and all those new things, so it's getting a bit um, uh, pressurized. So that's the thing. I had less time than previous, but yeah, I will try to do all that. Again, my first focus is now is to have the DevOps course ready for the Google Cloud Architects, so that whoever want to go through my DevOps course, full course, they can go to Google Cloud Architect and can get the course there. And after immediately that is done, then I'll make free session, of course, CKD, and of course other courses. YML course I want to make. One person was saying from long time, and YML course actually doesn't take that much time, maybe 15-20 minutes, not even that. That I will try to release faster, because sometimes people might be complicated, not that comfortable to work with the YML, but YML is kind of very easy if you have proper editor and proper linting in it, not like the directly doing. I suggest to use the VS Code plus the linting. So I'll show no worries. Maybe I will release that one. Okay, but other courses, the Go course, the CK course, yeah, Go course is a priority. So Go course, then the CK course I will do. Okay. Again, thank you for staying this long. And if you didn't subscribe my channel, do subscribe the channel and click on the bell icon. See you next week.